Hey YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Now today, I'm giving you guys my full predictions for the UFC 272 main card, and this is a really great card. I don't know if this is like a hardcore's delight, I don't know what it is. Obviously, the main event, we got Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal, massive superstars, but also, dude, this undercard, the prelims and early prelims aren't crazy stacked, but this undercard is just, it's a great undercard in the main card. The prelims aren't anything crazy to talk about a lot. I see Brian Kelleher back taking on Umar Nurmagomedov, so that's exciting. That one's at featherweight though. Brian Kelleher, I think his best weight class is 135, but whatever. Not much crazy to talk about in the early prelims. We got Tim Elliott returning. Not a ton to talk about on those early prelims. In this on the main prelims, not anything crazy, honestly. Zhang Yaonan, she's back, taking on Marina Rodriguez. That's actually a good fight in the women's strawweight division. That fight I'm actually kind of excited for. Jamie Mullarkey is back. He's a tough guy. I'm excited to see him fight a little bit, I guess. These prelims aren't my favorite. The Jamie Mullarkey fight I'm going to be watching. Same with the Marina Rodriguez fight. Obviously, I'm probably going to end up watching the whole card, but it's not anything crazy. But then we move on to the main card, and this is such a great main card, man. There's not a title fight on this card, so they really did load up this main card. It's just a great main card. So to kick it off, we get Greg Hardy returning. He's taking on Sergey Spivak. And, man, I don't like Greg Hardy. A lot of different reasons. Pretty much everyone knows why at this point. And I'm going to take Sergey Spivak. I really think Greg Hardy I don't know, he's got some power. He's one of the only people to truly rock Tai Tuivasa in this recent reborn Tai Tuivasa who's gone on this run. But I'm taking Sergey Spivak in that fight. I think Sergey Spivak takes that one probably by decision. But this is where I just get extremely excited for this card. Kevin Holland is returning, and he's returning to welterweight, the division that I personally think he's going to do the best at. I'm very excited for this. Kevin Holland, Alex Oliveira. This is going to be a great fight. I'm super excited to see Cowboy Oliveira come in there against Kevin Holland, see what he can bring to the table on the ground. If this fight hits the ground, Kevin Holland notorious for getting taken down and being held down and being beaten that way. But that's up at middleweight. He's down here at 170 now. It's going to be interesting to see how the cut goes for him. But I think 170 is where Kevin Holland makes a run for the title. I really do believe that Kevin Holland, and maybe that's just me being a bit of a bandwagon, bit of a, I don't know what you want to call it. Call me a casual because I'm jumping on the big mouth hype train here. But I'm very excited to see Kevin Holland return. His last fight was against Brunson, right? I don't remember. But I'm very excited to see Kevin Holland return, nonetheless. And against someone like a true veteran like Cowboy Oliveira, it's got me excited. So for that one, I'm going Kevin Holland, and I'm taking him by second round KO. I think that's what I'm going with there. Second round KO, TKO. I think that's a pretty realistic one. His 1-2 is just so crisp. I mean, what he did to Joaquin Buckley is still one of my favorite knockouts from him. Next, we move up to featherweight. Edson Barboza, Bryce Mitchell. Oh, man, I'm so excited for this one. So excited for this one. You look at the difference in competition, though, between Bryce Mitchell and Edson Barboza. I'm gonna throw up everyone that Bryce Mitchell's fought. A lot of these guys aren't even in the UFC anymore. Edson Barboza has top caliber. He's had top caliber challenges in the UFC, mainly at lightweight, but Edson Barboza is coming here, off the win over Shane Burgos? Oh, no, he's coming off the loss to Giga Chikadze, I'm pretty sure. So, it's going to be interesting to see how he bounces back from this, but Edson Barboza, true veteran, I think he takes out Bryce Mitchell. I hate to say that because I'm a big fan of Bryce Mitchell. Thug Nasty is so entertaining, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, Bryce Mitchell, I see a path to victory for him on the ground, but I think he's going to end up standing and banging with Edson Barboza, and I think Edson Barboza, as an elite kickboxer, gets it done probably by decision. I could see Bryce Mitchell taking this one down on the ground, but that's pretty unlikely in my eyes. But, hey, you never know. It could happen. Bryce Mitchell, one of two people to ever get a twister in the UFC. This guy's wicked on the ground. His jiu-jitsu is really impressive, and especially for a guy that's training on his farm. Bryce Mitchell, I'm a big fan of the guy, but I think Edson Barboza is going to get him out probably by decision. I'm taking Edson Barboza in that one. Next up, we move to Rafael Dos Anjos. His return versus Rafael Fiziev. Guys, this was a fight that was meant to headline, And this was meant to headline what card? Dos Anjos, Fiziev, Johnny Walker, Jamal Hill. That was the fight that was moved up to take that fight's place. But I'm extremely excited for this one. I think RDA ended up getting hurt, had to push that back a little bit, but he's back. And Rafael Fiziev, I believe, is a future champion one day. I'm extremely high on this prospect. I'm such a big fan of the guy, and I really do think Rafael Fiziev's getting RDA out of there on the feet with the striking. I mean, man, that spinning hook kick he landed on Brad Riddell was just, it was so beautiful to watch. Rafael Fiziev has some of the best striking. That fight with Bobby Green is still one of my favorite recent fights. It was just such a great fight. He's so entertaining, Rafael Fiziev is. Possibly the best striking in this lightweight division. I know that's a big claim to make, but you guys, Rafael Fiziev, you guys haven't even seen what this guy's capable of. I'm very high on the hype train of Rafael Fiziev, I'm sure, but I think he gets Rafael Dos Anjos out of there. Maybe third round stoppage, or maybe I think it could be I think this is going to be a pretty technical fight. We're going to see that takedown defense of Rafael Fiziev. I believe RDA is going to try and get him down to the ground and try and win that fight there. But I think we're going to end up seeing Rafael Fiziev maybe finishing it off in the third or going to decision, winning probably 2-1. I think RDA is going to end up landing a takedown. But Rafael Fiziev has pretty good takedown defense. We haven't seen a ton of it in the UFC, but I have a lot of faith in his takedown defense. I think he's going to be able to stop some of the takedowns from RDA, and I'm taking Rafael Fiziev by decision. I think that's probably the most realistic option here. But then we move up to the main event of the evening, man. Jorge Masvidal, Colby Covington, the grudge match. Former friends turned rivals. This is one of the sickest posters, I swear, man. I gotta buy this poster. But, oh, man, I'm very excited for this one. We got Jorge Masvidal. Both guys actually coming off losses to Usman, but it's different for Masvidal. He was finished clean, knocked out. Clean, he was knocked out by Usman. Second time in his career, he was TKO'd. I don't remember what promotion it was. Not in the UFC, though. He was TKO'd one time before. That was a clean KO. That does something to a lot of fighters. Usually subconsciously getting knocked out like that, going into their next fight. That's probably going to be going through Jorge Masvidal's head. Or maybe it's not, but subconsciously, man, there's got to be a little bit of doubt there. But taking on Colby Covington, in my opinion, the second best wrestler in this welterweight division at the moment. You know, Khamzat Chimaev hasn't been tested. Some other guys are pretty good wrestlers, but no one is a true, good, dominant wrestler like Colby Covington and Kamaru Usman. Colby Covington is not at the same level of Usman on the ground, but they're extremely close. Accolades more to Colby, but still, I really do think Usman is a better grappler, as evident by the two dominant performances by Usman, regardless of the little grappling in the first one and the decent amount of grappling in the second. But nonetheless, man, this is a grudge match. I think this is going to be a pretty straight up boxing fight, and we're going to see those takedowns from Colby. We're going to see if it's going to come down to Jorge Masvidal being able to sprawl, being able to defend those takedowns from Colby Covington. It's going to be really interesting. I'm very excited for this, man. I'm very excited for this. But I do kind of see Colby Covington winning this fight, probably by decision. I think he's going to... Both these guys are pretty cardio-heavy strikers, though. They put the pace on you. But Jorge Masvidal, man, I think he's going to have some stuff going on in his head, worried about the shots of Colby, even though Colby is notoriously very heavy on volume striking, not very powerful for the welterweight division. There's going to be something going on in Jorge's head after that last one, getting cleanly knocked out. I know Colby's different. Big, heavy on cardio and takedowns. But still, man, I do see Colby Covington getting this one done. The knees up the middle from Jorge are definitely going to be there against Colby in the takedowns. I mean, it's going to be definitely interesting to see what. I think we could see something like what that recent. I think the most recent knee up the middle that was major is probably Lerone Murphy's KO. But whatever, who cares? I think we're going to see some knees up the middle from Jorge. He's definitely going to be feinting a lot of uppercuts to start the fight. Let Colby know that, hey, if you shoot, you're going to get an uppercut to the jaw. But I think Colby's going to find the takedowns. I think his single legs are going to be a big asset for Colby here in the Jorge Masvidal fight, because I think the leg kicks from Jorge, if he chooses to throw them, which wouldn't be the wisest thing, I think Colby catches him, takes him down. Colby also is extremely level-headed, in my opinion. Obviously, this whole MAGA guy persona that Colby puts on is fake. I think he's actually got a very level head, and I think Jorge Masvidal, I think the trash talk might get to him. So much hatred more from Jorge's side. Colby seems like he's just laughing in the interviews at him. I think we're going to see a Colby Covington win, probably by decision, take him down, and dominate with control time over Jorge. Colby Covington will win. I almost said new BMF champ, but that BMF belt, they gotta put it up. They gotta put it up for grabs one time, man. It makes me mad that Jorge hasn't defended it yet. But I'm taking Colby Covington by decision. And those are my picks for this entire card. I might end up going live for this card. We'll see. Hopefully I'm going to be able to go live. This is a crazy stacked card. And, yeah, I'm very excited for this one. No title fight on the card, but Masvidal Covington, so much beef. Man, I'm excited.